Hello everybody. How y'all doing? I'm doing an eye-open sleep because I'm fucking tired. How's it going? Alright, I'm just fucking about with this desk is a mess, honestly. Indeed. Oh, my hood's so big. My hood is so big. I'm cold today, which is annoying because I wasn't cold earlier today, so what I guess I mean is I'm cold now. Gonk, enjoy your lurk, and Vigs, you enjoy your lurk too, but thank you for doing that thing. Enjoy tabletop. I'm gonna get too hot. And hello! Hello! My hair's doing something annoying. I am never happy with my hair. I am chronically dissatisfied with my hair. Doesn't matter if it's long or short, I'm always complaining about it for some reason. I'm very cold and very tired. Very tired. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on Twitter, but on my phone this time. I feel like that's new. Story of my life, yep. Cold and tired. It really... So it's still really bright. I think even regardless of the clocks going forward, it's brighter than usual. And I moved my weather app because that's not confusing. Feels like 6 degrees. That's cold. I think it felt like 8 degrees. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, I want your curls. I'm like, no, you do not. Yeah, we always want what we don't have because we don't understand that what we don't have is just it's still annoying, just in a way that we don't know yet. Like people, like my hair is naturally curly. And I have so many people complimenting it sometimes, and I'm just like, it's an absolute fucking bitch to maintain. The frizz is unbelievable. It's so annoying. Which is part of why I chopped off my hair to begin with. That, and I have carpets. And my mum was helping me deep clean my flat last summer. And the amount of my hairs she pulled up out of the carpet, I was just like, alright, that's it. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. I can't do this. Which is ironic, because now I kind of want to grow my hair out again, because I'm sick of having short hair, because it's too cold. But it's also going to be, like, summer. I say soon. It's going to be summer in, like, 2 months, if I'm lucky. Which means it's going to be too hot to have long hair. So, my brain hurts. My brain still hurts from yesterday. I don't know that we're going to play a game tonight just because my brain does still hurt. And I got eye strain so bad yesterday, my face hurt. Like, all around, like, down here. Yeah, it's not fun having eye strain. The good news is I seem to have stopped picking up my nail bed so much, even though I've definitely done that today, just not to quite the same extent as I was doing yesterday, which prompted me to do a whole lot of stuff that required me to use my hands. Like reading and updating a lot of the channel art. That hurt my eyes a lot. Like a lot. This is, I think, I have sat at this desk today, but it was this morning. And I actually slept into a relatively reasonable time today, which also helped because yesterday I was up at 6 a.m. So that just contributed to how much time I had at liberty to pick up my nail beds and so do eye strain hand related things instead. And that's a sentence I never thought I'd say. I'm not having... This is technically green tea. It's the leftovers of green tea from the can I opened yesterday. Plus oat milk. And half a cup of mint tea, which I made. And then just let go cold and then add this stuff too. It's alright. I'm actually almost out of food. I have shopping coming on Thursday. And when I went out yesterday, my brain was just like, oh, just buy popcorn. Just buy popcorn, even though you don't want a snack anymore. Just buy popcorn, it'll be fine. When I could have actually bought, groceries, because I have food in my freezer, but it's stuff that takes a lot of time to prepare, and I just cannot be bothered right now. But I also have, I have flour in my cupboard. I don't know how old it is, but I was like, I'm gonna bake some bread. And then I was like, yeah, I have flour in my cupboard, but I have maybe a tenth of a packet of flour in my cupboard, which is not enough to make bread. I also already actually do have bread. I'm not sure where this conversation is going. And I'm back on Twitter again, but you know, also happy Easter, and also happy Trans Visibility Day, because that's what today is as well. My brain is always fucked to some degree. It's just how it be. It's just how it be.
Curious. The only thing that went through the mind of the bowl of petunias as it fell was, oh no, not again.
Entirely warranted. Hello, Watered, how are you doing? That did spook me a little bit, didn't it? Just a little tiny little spook happened. You know, I love seeing you guys so excited to see each other. It's very sweet. I have been thinking most of today, which is dangerous, but it happens. Oh, for heaven's sake, this setup is so annoying. Right. Just trying to... So... I don't want to swap my desks around because that would be insane, and also there isn't space. What I want to do is swap what's on my desks around. So I don't want to stream in here anymore. I really don't. Because I got my new desk set up in my living room. And the thing is, I don't actually, for streaming, need like a superly, yeah sure, let's go with that, large amount of space. I need it for the other things I want to do, like writing. I want to use this desk to write and set up my stream in my living room again. Because that's back where, actually, I started streaming in my parents' guest bedroom back during lockdown in February 2021. And then I think I was back home by late March. And then I was streaming in my living room right up until... Actually, not that much later. I think it was only like a few months later I started streaming in my bedroom. Moved around a little bit. This desk, well, not this desk, the one I had before used to be over there. My bed is over there now. But I want to set... I have a plan. I have many plans, which means none of them are going to come to fruition because I always have too many plans and then I'm too tired to actually execute any of them. But this is a plan. One of them. I have many. I may have said that already. Very tired. Just give me a second while I get my brain in gear. You'd argue, oh, but you had all day to do that. No. I spent all day trying not to get a migraine from the new levels of brightness and fixing my clocks, not even because I had to fix the time, but because the battery in that one died like an hour after I corrected it. Which was really annoying. I'm gonna speak just later. Short answer, I might need an early night. Brain suddenly expressed it to crash about 2 hours ago. No worries, mate. We won't be doing too much today. I think I'm probably gonna need to crash relatively early as well. And also, if you do need to just go, just go, dude. Go sleep. Go get some rest. And that goes for everybody in chat. If you need some rest, go for it. The thing is, it's taking me so much longer to actually think than usual, at least like right now, and I couldn't even tell you why exactly, except that the clocks went forward. That's actually probably why. That's probably part of why you're crashing as well, Lloyd. Not that I presume to know a damn thing about anything. Oh wait, I do that all the time. I presume to know not everything, but some things. And yeah, I want to set up in my living room because the desk is a good size and it's got room, it's got like a special spot that my tower can go in. It's all very like cramped in here with all the other stuff I have. I do just want to write at this desk, and I think I did mention it. I say I think I mentioned stuff when I absolutely know that I did. I may also be coming down with something, but maybe not. Well, take care of yourself. Eat good food and drink plenty of fluids. And be careful with the bright light that we now have. Yeah, but what I want to do is, this is not a plan that I'm going to enact anytime soon. Except the swappage. I might do the swappage soon. But I want to have like separate workstations, one for writing and art and stuff like that, and I want to use this desk for that because there's space. but I also want to get a laptop that is capable of streaming. So at this desk, I can do the art streams and have the space to do the miniature painting that I do want to do, because I still have that, well, this isn't a miniature, I still have that box of X-Wing parts that need to be put together. And with all the streaming stuff on here, I do not have space to do that anywhere. But if I move my streaming setup to the other desk in the other room, it would be more focused, it would be more streamlined, it would be gaming that I did in there. But in here, I'd have the space to do other stuff, which is what I want to do. And I'm talking about this in a very roundabout, not necessarily coherent way. Yeah, I did wonder, buddy, when you said you were mostly alright earlier, I was like, well, that's not technically alright, that's just mostly alright, but I do hope that you're not coming down with something and you do feel better, but maybe I don't know, maybe you're just drained. I haven't, like, the clocks going forward does this, like, every year. I don't know that it's worse than the clocks going back, because it's different. For me, the clocks going back fuck me up, because it's just suddenly like you're plunged into 6 months of darkness, and that's just kind of depressing. But it's going forward, it's like a culture shock, because you just, like, had those 6 months of darkness, and suddenly it's just super bright, and you're just not used to it. Which is why I actually hate the fact that the clocks go forward and back at all, when it should just be what it is, and we'll just deal with those 6 months of darkness, whatever, without the sudden crushing depression, and without the flash migraines come spring. So yeah, it would be nice to just not do that. Because I'm still wary about streaming on Tuesday, or being able to stream on Tuesday, because I've not had the best track record of handling the week following the clocks going forward, just generally. And I vaguely remember last year, you struggled with it a bit then as well. And I think it is maybe not like a universal thing, but it's definitely like a thing. Could be just Jane, could be maybe cold, could be allergies making their presence known. It's all fun to work that out. Well, I treat it like a point and click. Treat it like a puzzle that you can put together and then sneeze all over if the opportunity presents. Sneeze all over that puzzle. That's actually very unhygienic. If you're doing a puzzle, don't sneeze on it. Get a tissue, burn that shit, or just put it in the bin and wash your hands afterwards. Yeah, part of me is still kind of subtly hoping I get sick before the end of April, but at the same time, it's like, I really just don't want to get sick at all, ideally. So it's like, I'm fucking cold, but I am not on Twitter again, you're on Twitter again, and also, I have absolutely no idea how I was going to finish that sentence. Not even because I forgot, because I don't think I even came up with it in the to begin with. Oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking of doing is actually maybe spinning the wheel of stuff, because it's not just games on there. Before I start streaming, at least when I swap the setup round and I actually have the new laptop, because if art stream comes up, or music stream, because that's still something I'd like to do in the future, then I can prep up here. Because I really, really do want a laptop that I will just do, like, just chatting when art streams on. Thank you. Thank you, what's it? I really should stop laughing at myself, but at the same time, if you can't laugh at yourself, who else will, eh? And I have said multiple times that I got into content creation because I wanted to make people laugh, which assumes that, I'm not on Twitter again, you are, that assumes I at least acknowledge that I was somewhat funny in the first place. Oh, now I'm on Tumblr. We don't have a chat command or a sound alert for that.
Curious. The only thing that went through the mind of the bowl of petunias as it fell was, oh no, not again.
One of these days, that is not gonna fuck me up. When I found my neurodivergent friendly commune, we are not going to partake in biannual clock tomfoolery and make the rest of the world deal with it. Nice one. Also, hello, Lord Yorick. How you doing? How you doing? Happy spring. Or Easter, or whatever the fuck day it is today. My body clock is so fucked. I was talking to my friend earlier, but she was like, I ate 25 Easter eggs yesterday. And I was like, well, it was Easter Sunday. And then 2 hours later, I was like, no, wait, today is Easter Sunday. Like, my body clock's all fucked. Thanks, weird daylight savings. Also, my ears. I've just been getting, like, sore ears. Just trying to loosen my headphones a little bit. But yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do the switch for the stuff. It's either, it's honestly probably gonna be sometime in the next week, because once I've got an idea like that stuck in my head, I can't not do it. And there's two potential outcomes. One is that the next time I stream after Tuesday, if I don't do it tomorrow, that is, which will be a terrible idea, I'll be up. You'll see me in there, in my living room again. Or the other alternative is that I'll have moved everything over, tested it, realized it doesn't work, and then had to move everything back, and then I'll be back here. Doing fine. I'm in the path of an upcoming solar eclipse. So I'm getting a little excited for that. Very nice. Last astronomy talk I actually was able to go to, we were talking about solar eclipses and when and where they were in the world. And if I'd been paying attention, just based on that date alone, I should actually know where you live. But luckily, my memory is terrible, and so I don't. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have good sunglasses and good telescopes to get a good look at it. My brain is just... Can we think of a time when my brain hasn't been fried? To some degree. I feel like I say my brain is fried a lot, and then I still manage to accomplish things. And then other days, I'm just like, my brain is fried, and I can't fucking do anything. I did it again. No, I didn't. I did nothing. You saw nothing. Oh, I'm so tired. Always, yeah, the other thing that's going to happen in the near future, maybe, possibly, perhaps, is I'll spin the wheel before stream starts. Just, like... Oh, that was the other thing. Again, I haven't made a list. For some reason, I just keep... Like, I have the note thing ready and waiting for the lists, but I just haven't fucking done it. I talked yesterday about switching my schedule up a little bit again. About reintroducing Thursday evening streams and Sunday morning streams, and the way I presented it is backwards, because what I should be doing is Thursday evening streams during the summer, because that's when astronomy isn't, and then retiring them come fall, or autumn, or whatever that season is called, wherever you are in the world, and reintroducing Sunday morning streams in winter. That's what I should be doing. That's what I plan to do. I'm so tired. Yeah, my hair is annoying me. Like, why is it like this? I don't know, man. Did I really say it again? It's become just so commonplace that I don't even notice anymore. It's more of a... It really is just my tagline, isn't it? It'll be on my epitaph when I die. Sarah, insert surname here, whatever it be by then. Might even be the same one I have now. Died at some point. Quote, was very tired. Like, all the time. Always tired, all the time. Or just all the memeable ones. That was her secret cap. She was always tired. Sarah, I'm so tired, Whiskers. That's me. The tired one. I know this is really itchy. I gotta do like a big cleanup of my flat because That's why they call it spring cleaning, is because in the winter you cannot be fucked doing anything, and so dust just piles up and cakes everything. I have to clean those Star Wars shelves. Things have fallen over on that shelf that I just have not bothered to pick back up again. Because for some reason I just keep walking into that edge there, this one. Like when I'm walking out the room, I will just clearly just walk in and just hit it with the entire side of my body, because I'm just like, who needs depth perception, am I right? And then things will just topple. There's also books up there that I will never read again. So dusty. It's so ding-dang dusty. And what am I doing with this? Lord, no. Okay, get out of the way. I don't know what I just did. It doesn't matter. And yeah, of course, the other reason I want to swap it round is so when I use my keyboard, it's got the under thing, so you won't be able to hear it. Because I don't know if that's a pet peeve of anybody else's, but it annoys the hell out of me when I'm watching someone play a video game and it's just interspersed with, like, loud keyboard and mouse sounds. I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. Oh jeez, I've got so much to do tomorrow. I have to go to the dentist because a bit of my filling fell out. Actually, mid-mouthful, mid-conversation. It was just like, hey, I don't live here anymore. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah, it doesn't... I'd like to say it doesn't hurt, but I have had toothache. Just on this side of my mouth. It could be my jaw being weird, though, because it does do that thing. And I gotta update my my rent increase, both the standing order and with universal credit. So that's something I've got to remember to do. I also gotta go shopping. I gotta go buy stuff, and I want to buy flour because I want to see if I can bake bread again, because I keep seeing recipes for like garlic bread, and I'm just like, I say keep seeing recipes. I mean, people keep telling me that they're having garlic bread for dinner, and I'm just like, I wish I could have garlic bread. And the thing is, I can. I just gotta make it myself, which isn't too terrible, but I'm also extremely lazy. I used to bake so much. I'm not even kidding. I would bake all the time. I would just bake cupcakes. Like, one of my favourite recipes I ever tweaked was for a mint chocolate chip cake. The mint was only meant to be... yeah, I wonder. The mint was only supposed to be in the icing, but I put it in the cake mix with the cocoa, and it was like a really, really nice, rich mint chocolate chip actual cake, rather than just the cream. And I made that so much. I would make that all the time. It was so good. Granted, that was before I realised I couldn't have gluten, so that was a gluten-y cake. I haven't actually tried making it since I've transitioned to gluten. And the flour for gluten-free baked goods is way better than it was back then. So I might try that again. But I definitely want to make bread. And I'm going to let it set this time, because that was what I always forgot, and then wondered why it just came out like condensed flour rather than bread. It's because I didn't let it rise. You meant to let bread dough like sit, settle, and rise for like 30 to 45 minutes before you fucking bake it. I would just roll it into the thing and then stick it straight in the oven. The amount of food and like ingredients I have wasted trying to bake bread because I missed this one simple step. But yeah, I do keep seeing recipes for things I'd like to eat as well, mostly on Tumblr, and it's just like, most of this I probably could actually cook, I'm just lazy. Like scallops, man, I would love to cook scallops, but I'm also terrified of cooking seafood. From that one time, I think I had some prawns that I think they were just like one day slightly out of date, and they gave me food poisoning, so I was just like, well, this is just not worth it. Especially since they give you like a whole tub of them, and I'm just like, I'm just one person. I'm not gonna sit and eat an entire tub of prawns in one sitting. What kind of weirdo do you think I am? So sleepy. Does that count? And of course, I put my heating on because I was cold, but now I'm too hot. Or rather, my brain is too hot. I seem to have an overheating brain. Fuck. I guess it counts. I mean, fair. I want to make a lot of things. I want to be more practical in the kitchen of just like making stuff that's more fun to eat than just... I don't know. I gotta stop buying snacks. I gotta buy food that I'm gonna eat. Even if I have to eat it up quickly, it's better than going out and buying another bloody bag of salt and vinegar crisps to melt my insides. Or sweet and salty popcorn to get stuck in my teeth. Especially this fucking one. The one that the filling chipped out of. Well, that's also the weirdly porous one. It's got little sinkholes in it. And yet the dentist was like, nah, it's fine. And I was just like, are you sure? It doesn't seem healthy, but then I'm not a dentist, so. And the thing is, it's not my first filling that's chipped. I got one over here that chipped. I don't know how long ago. And they were just like, oh yeah, that's fine too. And I was just like, alright. I think it's the not even like preventative, like with dentistry, it's like, until you're like feeling pain, we don't give a shit. We don't care about preventative measures. Unless the nerve is exposed, we ain't doing shit about that. I think we kind of have to like, be like, no, I don't want nerve exposed, fix now. I will never have a fucking root canal. Because when do they actually work? Probably actually more than they fail, but they do fail. And they also don't last that long. If my tooth is fucked, just take it. I don't want it anymore. And amazingly, I think right now, only 2 of them can really even count as fucked, and that's only because the filling's chipped a little bit in both. This one chipped actually quite cleanly. Like, it's smooth. It's smooth in there. This one feels like a craggy outcrop of rock. Like a cliff face, a little bit. Like a little dental cliff face. The only one that really had to go was, here. It turned black, so... Well, I say that's the only one that had to go. I had a wisdom tooth back when I was 15 that had to be pulled because it had rotted, and then it broke off on an unpopped piece of popcorn, which I then swallowed both off. So yeah, that one had to be pulled, and it was easily the hardest. The first was the hardest one, because it was at the school dentist, and the guy was just like yanking on it, like, trying to pull it out, and it was just like, I was just lying there like anesthetized, like I didn't feel any pain, but I felt an awful lot of pressure, and it was just like, this has to end sometime, right? Has to end sometime. It's possible I had a tooth back here pulled, I can't remember, so I know I did get an infection back here, and it like ballooned, and that was quite painful. I can't remember if they actually pulled that tooth or if they just gave me antibiotics to fix the infection. Wisdom teeth, man. I just remember, it must be about 15 years ago now, I had an x-ray done with my teeth. Probably actually a bit more recently than that. And it was really quite concerning because I had a row of teeth, like here, and then a tooth literally on its side underneath those teeth. And it's just like, that doesn't seem right. But maybe it was just like wiggling its way up and around like a weird toothy tadpole. Weird toothy tadpole. I still haven't charged Toby's cat cam. One of these days. I was on PC Specialist just, at some point, like, looking up costs. Like, cost margins for a streaming laptop. And I think it's about $2,000. Which isn't that bad. But if I'm not actually gaming on it, I can probably get one for cheaper if I'm just streaming on it. So I do want to do more stuff with streaming than I am currently. which is I do want to do a podcast eventually with a couple people. Have an idea in mind who those couple people will be, but I ain't gonna set anything in stone. Especially not before actually contacting them about it. Like privately, instead of just announcing it live on air. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Or something along these lines. And I do want to do like, maybe not miniatures. I do have a miniature that Kiki sent me. It was like a bonus prize for when I won those D&D dice during her affiliate stream back in October. And of course I want to do D&D again. Of course, Kiki is busy with college, and that's perfectly fine. Like, I don't want her to sacrifice any of her studying time to fill my D&D void. That would be silly. There's a lot of stuff I want to do with streaming that I'm not currently doing. Partly because I'm too tired, and also partly because I'm somewhat restricted by space. And lack of certain tools. But yeah, I have many ideas. Can't say I'm not a person without ideas. Love those things. Sleepy. Might even do story stuff streams again. I'm not actually sure how fun they are to watch though, because while it is largely me procrastinating whilst talking to chat, some of it, I'd say a lot of it, but that's not true. At least some of it is me just, I don't want to say laser focused either, because that's not true. Somewhat more focused on a word processor that only I can see. I'm not sure how enjoyable that is to watch, even if the creative process might be something y'all are interested in. Doesn't also help right now that I'm not actually writing anything. I need to get back into writing. I really need to get back into writing. I might also swap my lights around and put the coloured ones in here and these light ones in there. Or both. I don't know. Maybe. Which they couldn't both go on the hooks. I don't have to have them both on at the same time. I don't know. The lighting, I fear, is going to be a bit of an issue in the other room if I do start streaming in there, because it's not a room that gets a whole lot of light, sadly. It is actually a room that doesn't get actually any sunlight during winter, because I've talked about this before. In winter up here, the sun does not rise to the peak of the sky. If that makes any sense. It curves along one side of it, and that side is this side. So this room gets all the sunlight. That one, with sloping fucking ceilings and sloping windows, don't get any sunlight. Gets daylight, which is not the same thing. It doesn't get any sunlight. And I actually can't remember if we even get any in summer. We probably do, but I'm going to have to test that theory. My brain hurts because I'm thinking too much or talking too much. I'd argue I'm not thinking enough about certain things. I'm definitely overthinking other things, which needs to stop. I'm hungry. I don't like not having food. I gotta go buy food tomorrow. That's the other thing. Gotta update my rent. Told dentist. Buy food. I feel like I gotta do something else too. I'm gonna prep my pizza for Tuesday tomorrow as well, which means I also need to go shopping because I don't have any cheese. Queso manchego. Because they're not selling the hard goat cheese anywhere on the island anymore. I'm gonna have to buy like 10 packets when I go away to Bristol. And just freeze them or something, I don't know. Because they just stopped fucking selling the St. Helens goat cheese. I'm googling the St. Helens... Excuse me. St. Helens Farm. Yeah, it's all goat stuff. Products.
I don't like goat's milk. Life is better with cheese. Ooh, they have mild and mature. I think they only sold the mild, and now they don't even sell that. They were like, oh yeah, we're taking it off the shelves for the Christmas stock, but it's fucking March, almost April, and they haven't put it back in stock. Which means they're not going to. Which is really annoying. It doesn't actually tell me where I can buy it. St. Helens Farm goat cheese. I'm googling it again so I can be bothered pressing the back button. Ooh.
16-bit-stitch just resubscribed. Swinging by to drop this off and velurki sarau 7 love.
Thank you so much for the resub, Stitchy Rooney. Hope you're doing well. I'm just looking at cheese like any self-respecting anybody. Any self-respecting anybody. That does not help. Never mind. Where can I buy it? Morrison's don't have that. Sainsbury's don't have that. We do have a Tesco. We do have a Tesco. Jeez, perfectly respectable pastime indeed. This product's currently out of stock. I know. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? I'm still logged in and it's got my my shopping for Thursday listed, and Tesco non-biological washing powder is currently out of stock. So is the cat food, shockingly, so is the green tea. That doesn't shock me at all. It might be back in stock by Thursday, but right now it's out of stock, which is really annoying. Why is this even listed here still? It does indeed melt very well for pizza. I need cheese. Queso manchego is good. It's not great, but it's good. I'm very tired. I want to move my setup around now, which is insane. Because I can't do that whilst I'm streaming, and I also shouldn't do that tonight because I'm tired. Very tired. And there I go again. I am gonna spin the wheel and just see. If it's something chill, we can probably do that. But if it ain't, it ain't. I do want to dedicate, like... We can do... No. I was going to say, we can do Hidden Through Time. We're not doing Maiden Spells. Maiden Spell is a freaking bullet hell. And I'm not doing that tonight. What is going on? No. Why is it doing this? No. How is that even possible? Don't do it again. And also no, because my throat still doesn't feel ready. gonna try one more time. Maybe 2 more. Best of 5? 4 doesn't seem like a very round number. No, I don't want to play Skyrim. Not today. Sure. Hidden through time is pretty easy on the brain. That's not what I meant to do. Hidden through time. I say it's maybe I shouldn't actually play Hidden through time because that is a hidden object game and my eyes probably can't take it. My eyes probably cannot take it, to be perfectly honest. I think we might just leave this as a short one because I am still pretty tired. And I am still pretty eye strained. But I did want to check in with you guys and see how you were doing. And spill some thoughts. Because I'm good at that. I'm good at having too many thoughts that need to go somewhere. But at least they're not, like, stupid thoughts. Thoughts? I can't speak, guys. It's fine, though. It's fine, I swear. But yeah, I have some plans. I really don't want to move my setup tomorrow because I have too much I need to do tomorrow. I mean, not even just the stuff I listed, but also housework day. Monday is a housework day. So I'm going to have housework to do tomorrow. On top of everything else. So I don't really want to move my setup around. I would like to be able to pull a 3-hour stream again. 3 hours is like a decent length. But right now my brain is just fried and I entirely blame the clocks going forward for that. But yeah, nice little Sunday catch up. Happy Easter everybody. And happy Trans Day of Visibility. For sure. I'm pretty sure it's Daltos' birthday today. I'm pretty sure.
This is...
Shush. It's also my birthday. Also, it's my birthday. Okay, we're gonna rate Daltos because it's his birthday. And he's a cool dude. He's one of the first people I started actually watching on Twitch. Way back whenever that was. Late 2020? I think? Like around then. Pretty sure. Alright, yeah, my brain is definitely like doing a fry. And that can either be being fried or doing a Philip J fry, because I'm pretty sure that boy does not actually have a brain. So yeah, okay, so we are less than 2 days from our Whisk Awareness stream, which will be on Tuesday at 2:30 PM BST. And it'll be very goofy and fun and lots of little gimmicks, and I'm gonna make sure this is clear on the day. But this is not a charity stream. This is a Whisk Awareness stream. So I'm gonna make this bloody apparent on the Tuesday, and I'll do it now. No. Hey Candle, we're actually just about to finish up because my brain's still fried from yesterday, but it's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. For Tuesday's stream, if you want to support Whisk, go directly to their site and find out how, because if you send anything to me, that is just gonna go to my moving fund. Yeah. So it's basically, if you want to support me, but if you want to support Whisk, and I will make sure that is apparent on the actual stream, because they're not a nationally recognized charity and so aren't anywhere in like any of the recognized charitable sites. We have tried searching, but they're not there, and I'm also too afraid to actually suggest to them directly that I'm going to be raising funds for them, because what if nobody shows up and I don't have anything to give them? So I'm just gonna talk about them a lot, show off the website, the stuff that you can do, the stuff that they're doing, and if you want to donate, you donate. And if you want to say, hey, I'm here from Sarah's stream or whatever, you can, but if you absolutely do not have to, it can just be entirely up to you what you put. If you just want to help, that's fine. But also bearing in mind that if you do donate to them, that will not show up here. That is not a thing that's going to happen. I don't have alerts set up for tipping to somebody else. Not even sure that's possible. Unless, of course, it's through a charity website, which it's not. So yeah. And I will come up with a coherent way of explaining that on Tuesday. But then again, maybe not. But I will definitely make sure that it's known. And I'm pretty sure I already have in the one... I think I put it under my tips panel. My tips panel. Yes, thanks me. Where is it? Yeah, if you'd like to send me a tip, click there. If you'd like to donate to Whisk, use that email address, the whisk2020@gmail.com. Use that via PayPal, and you can donate to them. That's how I've done it in the past, and I'm pretty sure other people here have too. When I've brought up that they need help. Okay, now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna raid Daltos, and I'm gonna go to bed. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Hope you have a great start to your week, and remember, be careful and be kind to yourselves. And by be careful, I mean be careful with the new light levels, because they're gonna fuck everybody up. But also, just be careful in general, and be kind to yourselves. Take care of yourselves too. And take care of each other. So long, and thanks for all the swoosh. I'm gonna go bed.